9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday night. Special show tonight. We got our friend John from Queen and Inart helping me out, man. As always, my dude Payne.
What's going on? What's going on, brother Chasen? How are you doing? Welcome, John, our buddy John. Man, I love this guy. We have done like so many shows together with you, with me, with him, and just the relationship that we built from doing from Queen Studios to InArt. I'm just super stoked, super excited, and just it's great, man. Just really happy. So, hey everyone, good evening. Glad you guys are here. Hope you're doing well. Let's let's see how this goes. So how are you doing, John? How are you, my friend?
Very good, very good. Been busy the last week, but all's good.
Okay. Well, actually, so let's kind of use that as jumping off point. I don't want to go too deep, but big week for you guys. Yeah, pretty
Yep.
big week. 2 stellar releases. So let's just start with how did you guys how did you guys think it went?
It's good. We know that the price point is quite high for the Joker, and we've seen a lot of comments about that. But as we've talked about before, there are licensing limitations there, so we have to sell at a minimum price, and that comes directly from the company. I think a few people mentioned on a stream before that they've not seen any news about it. But when you work with a licensor, sometimes there's certain stipulations you need to follow, and that was one of them. But we've done our best to pack it full of value. And then yesterday we announced a 4th base as well, or maybe today, I can't remember, the 4th base for the Joker. So far the reception's been really good.
Great. Now, are you guys like at all concerned or worried about the pricing in terms of, there are people who are not going to care. Like for me, I love it. I love the shit no matter what. It doesn't matter to me. But there are people who are gonna, there's always gonna be people there that might be not as happy with it. Are you guys like taking that in stride, or you just kind of, is this yeah? Why do you answer that first before I ask any more add-ons?
Yeah, we do keep an eye on it, and a lot of people are worried about like the pricing going up, and a lot of people say getting priced out the hobby, that kind of thing. So that's why we've done our best to add more figures. So if you look at it per figure, the value's there. In terms of the amount of accessories and the base, it's not too bad compared to other premium options. So we've done our best to pack it full, and we know it's more premium, but you get what you pay for. We're trying to make the next level of figure, so we have to reflect that in the cost because it costs us a lot as well.
Great. And so, hey, everyone in the chat, welcome to the show. If you guys, what we're gonna do is me and Chasen have a list of questions we need to get through. But then after that, we're gonna open it up to the floor. So you guys go ahead and type your questions in the chat. What we'll do is we'll star them, and then we will go back in chronological order and make sure we get all of your questions asked to John. All right. So, moving along. Thank John. That was great. Thank you for for that response, because I think, here's the thing. It is what it is, right? You've got R&D, you've got manufacturing costs, things are, and you want to make sure you pay your artists right. You want to make sure you do enough right by the company to keep the lights on. So, sometimes you can only do so much. And I think InArt has always been very positive with listening to feedback. So I'm sure everyone plus the community really, is very receptive of that and appreciate that. So my next question for you, John, is there are we doing an ES this time, or are we doing like an open order number from between now and March? How is that going to work?
So it's open number, but it shouldn't be massive high, and there'll be enough where it's hard to number it anyway. So the reason why sometimes companies can make the figures more affordable is just economies of scale. So if they're selling tens of 20s or 30s of thousand, that drops the price down a lot, so they can make it cheaper. But because we're not expecting to sell that many because of the price point, that's what keeps the price high, because our costs are high. So I don't know a number, but it's not going to be like mass. It should be like just below. It's above like batch more than statues, but in between. That's what we're expecting. But we won't be able to number them.
No worries, no worries. That actually brings up a good question. And I'm going to pivot for a second. In in terms of, so right now, let's see, we've done the Joker 2 pack before. We've released the Gandalf still in batches. We've released Pennywise still in batches. You know, as a figure company, do you guys have there been any like positive lessons learned in your manufacturing experience that is going to change either the time frame or duration, how long it takes to ship? Are you guys tweaking the batch system, making bigger batches and sending them out, or is it going to be the same? Like, why don't we start there? Yeah, why don't we start there?
Yeah, so the biggest challenge we've got is with the rooted hair, because not many companies do it at scale, and the ones that do it in small volumes. So for us, because we're trying to do larger volumes, keep the rooted hair, we have to find the people that are specialists that can do it. So this year we've hired 2 more teams to support. So what we should expect is the production times to shrink, so we're not waiting as long, and the time between batch should be a lot shorter, because you've got to do QC, all that kind of stuff, make sure the quality is high. So that's why we do follow that system, and a lot of companies follow that, but it's just they'll be able to shorten those windows, and that's what we're working on now.
So then, for like, do you roughly know like how many have you guys been churning out by the week or whatever, like at your current rate? Or this is a random question. Like, if you don't know, you don't know. It's just something that you just brought it up and I just thought of it. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a number and a target how many
Oh, cool.
to do each week, and we'll share that number internally. But it varies. There's different things that affect it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure a guy with a thing trying to poke the hair in. So I guess what? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So with regard to, shut up, Jason. You look at this guy. He's just making fun of me. I'm like, I'm trying to like keep the questions right. He's just
I'm
this
just
guy.
letting you go through all your questions, man. I'm just
This guy,
just
you
letting you do your
jackass.
thing.
No, but actually, this next. Ah, damn it! I hate it when I freeze. Okay. Um, you know what? What else is coming this year on the docket, or rather, how many releases is InArt planning to do for the 2024 calendar year?
In terms of shipping releases, most things that we pre-ordered last year should release on time this year. We know the Batman is a bit delayed, Aragon's a bit delayed, but a big part of that is Chinese New Year is sort of sandwiched in between. We're trying to get everything done before then, and we didn't quite reach it. So probably after Chinese New Year, we'll be able to speed up again. In terms of new pre-orders, we're aiming for around 7 to 8 this year.
Oh,
We
wow.
just see how we go. So we should be doubling what we did last year, and then next year maybe 10 to 12. We'll slowly build up. We don't want to overdo it where we're not keeping up. We've got to fix the speed for the hair routing, and I think that will, once we get that sorted out, which we will do soon, will help us pick up the pace.
How big is the team in terms of like just the team that works on figures?
Expanding all the time. So we've got a team in-house that are doing the 3D sculpts, the prototyping, all that kind of stuff, and then once it gets to manufacture, we've got different teams around China working on that.
Have you been like promoted now? Like you went from a queen and then InArt and then back to queen and back to InArt. Like, what are you, like, head of all PR,
Both.
global, worldwide, like vice president? Like, what are you now?
No. So basically, what happened? So I've been with Queen Studio since the beginning, pretty much, and then we started InArt in end of 2021 is when they started development. 2022, the first product. So I was helping out in the interim around that time, and because people knew I worked for the company, people reached out to me. So that's how it's sorted out. And then in the last 9 months, no, maybe 6 months, we're looking to get more licenses overseas, and I'm just helping out in terms of that. And then I'll take over a little bit more with the support in marketing and sales. So no real promotion, just working on lots of different things.
They need to give you like some fancy title, head of global PR and marketing or something.
Well, you know what it's like. Yeah, in companies, you just got to do all things and try to be as many things.
El
Right.
Presidente.
Yeah.
No, that's Jason.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's Jason. He can't overshadow Jason.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, right. That wouldn't fly very well. Okay, I'm gonna pivot. My really good friend Bob Dylan sent me a list of questions to ask you, and one of the questions was, "Hey, hey, John, thanks for joining. Are you guys doing John Wick at all, and what characters are being considered, if you are?"
So with John Wick in particular, we reached out to Bob Dylan, sent him a message.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Because he collects everything, right? And I think John Wick's one of his favorite characters.
And he buys a lot of customs, yeah.
Yeah, so we just asked him if we were to do it, what could we do differently? What would you want? So we put a proposal together, and it's something that we've looked at, but I don't know if it's going to develop or not. But we really appreciate his feedback. We got some feedbacks for some other 6-scale collectors, just to see if we were to do it, what would we need to do differently.
He's definitely one that you'd want to listen to in that community.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
From the custom community, yeah. I mean, yeah, that guy got me looking at customs. God damn it, that was dumb of me. But what he also wants to know, what other IPs are you guys pursuing for a global license? We know Dune, but is there any others that you can talk about?
Yeah, we can't, because some contracts are in progress. We can't really talk about too many, but for sure, Dune, Michael Jackson was supposed to release last year. Michael Jackson's just delays with development because there's a lot of intricate detailing, especially in the suits are very difficult the stage, that kind of stuff. And then Dune, the actor strike caused a bit of an issue towards the end of last year. But we're back on schedule and looking to start the pre-order in the next quarter, maybe end of this quarter, perhaps.
Okay. So undeniably, because InArt is operating at the high end right now, with what Kojin Works is doing, is InArt going to revisit the idea of silicon head, seamless hands and necks with magnetic eyes and all of those upgrades, or you guys think you're pretty comfortable where you are? This is a Bob question, by the way, not me.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good question. At the end of the day, we do what makes sense for the figure. If it makes sense for the figure, then we'll do it. If it doesn't make sense, we don't do it. I think what other people do is great, and I think the competition helps us step our game up. But we won't just look at them and say, "Oh, we have to copy them because they're doing that." We'll do our own thing. It doesn't really influence us. The only thing it does is we know that there's a benchmark that we have to achieve. Same with like the John Wick question. It's already been done. So if we're going to do it, we just need to know how we do it differently to make it more interesting for collectors. So that's where we take a reference point, not really copy or follow anyone in that aspect.
No, I think that's a great answer. And the very last Bob question I had for you was, he's asking what other Harry Potter movies are being pursued besides the first one. And then my add-on is, are we going to get older Harry and Ron and Hermione from the very last movie when they're pretty much close to adult? Because that's the one that I want. But
And then wait, this is just InArt strictly, you're asking, right, Payne?
for now, yes, just InArt. I'm sticking with InArt. Then we toss over to you, and you can do all the Queen stuff, and then we can go back to the audience, and they're going to ask whatever they're going to ask. But I'm specifically asking 1/6 right now.
No, the reason why I brought it up because they have Harry. They have Harry
Part
Potter
of the
on
bust.
both. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
No. Yeah, I'm talking 1/6. 1/6.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
At the moment, we're looking at the first movie, and we'll develop. I think we've already talked about Dumbledore. We've shown an early prototype of that. We've got Ron, Hermione on the way, which we've shown prototypes of. So we'll start from there, and then we'll see how the community reacts and see what the demand is.
Right on, right on. So you said this year you're looking to do probably maybe 8 pre-orders or so. Are those basically you're going to try and hit everything that you've already shown at Wonderfest?
The majority, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That
Yeah.
would be great. Me personally, I want to know when Daenerys is coming up because that's the one that I want. Any idea yet or no?
No idea yet. They're still working on a few things for that. I think the outfit, the tailoring, the head sculpt a little bit. So we showed a early prototype last year, and we're still going to work on that. So maybe realistically, after June, July, I'd say around that time we'd see something. But I don't know for sure. Depends on the licensor.
Okay. All right. So thank you for answering my questions. I'm going to toss over to Jason. He can do whatever his thing, and then we can open up the chat. So
Before I go, I'm gonna knock out a couple ones from the chat anyway.
okay, cool.
Right off the bat, our guy Celos wanted to know if there's an update on Nightmare Batman. This is a statue, and then are we getting a 1/3 version in the future?
Yeah, the Nightmare Batman should have started shipping already in batches again. So I think after our factories, warehouses, and everything's closed now until around February 20th.
Yep.
So after then, it'll pick up again. 1/3 is something, I don't know if we'll do Nightmare Batman, but 1/3 will start picking up this year. Again,
Okay.
I think we're going to have some big surprises after Chinese New Year for 1/3.
That's awesome.
Nice.
John, I think you answered this before, but he was wondering if there's any updates on the Batman on bike.
For statues.
Yeah, it's got to be statue because I remember like a couple of years ago, you guys mentioned a 1/3 Batman on bike, and then I remember on one stream, maybe it was with us even, you were like, we're probably stepping away from that because we did the Catwoman. I don't know if that's still the case.
And then wasn't there a switch out or something? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, rumored switch out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a few people were like saying if we've already made the bike, we could create a Batman that would fit on, that kind of thing. As far as I know, there's no real plans for that right now, but it's something we could always look at again in the future.
Yeah, I think mine's finally arriving too. The 1/3, and I got the Nightmare Batman coming too. So yeah.
Rohan was curious if there's any new in-art licenses that can be mentioned.
Not right now, just because we're signing contracts. So once the licensor said, yeah, you can talk about it, we'll talk about it. But we've got some really good licenses signing.
Expect one of those 8 releases to be a new IP?
Maybe not this year, just because of development time.
Okay.
But early next year, yeah, and a lot more global as well. So that's what we've been working on. So a lot of US collectors can buy direct or from local dealers in US.
Oh wait, so again, you've got more license. You got more licenses for global.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Around three or four new licenses for global.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yes,
so we can just buy direct from the Queen Studios website then.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're working on that right now. We're planning on the best way to ship it to keep things costs down. We're doing all of those things so that simultaneously we're working on development and then also figuring out the best way to get to collectors fast and just cheap as possible.
That is awesome. That is such great news, guys. That there are 4 new there are licenses coming that we will be able to buy in Queen Direct. That is awesome. That's amazing. Yes, thank you. Wow, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great. So Austin is asking question for John. He loves Queen Studio. Same. Is there any update for the rest of the Batfleck 1/4 lineup? Because we teased a lot back in the day.
Yeah, we did tease a lot. We've put 1/4 on hold for now for this year and focusing on 1-to-1 and 1/3. So 1-to-1 busts, 1-to-1 statues, and then 3rd scale for now. And then maybe next year we'll come back to 1/4. It depends on a few different things. We know that a lot of people that have already collected 1/4 want to find some companion pieces. But the way they've been designed right now, they'll stand alone and look good. It's not like the Iron Man where you have to all intermix them. We did put together a cool lineup for Batfleck though, where it'd be 1/4 and they would all fit together. that project's on hold for now.
Okay.
I think that's what he was referring to. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
But the nightmare was part of that diorama, right?
yeah, but it displays well
Standalone.
by itself. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Whereas a lot of
Wow.
the other ones have been designed to fit in with that.
Okay. Oh,
Oh boy, Melvin said, any updates on the remaining Alita bust and Optimus Prime bust shipping?
So Alita, the problem we've had is with the eyes. All the eyes are custom. So when we've shipped the bust, they've been perfect. When they've got to the customer, there's like a small ring around the retina, I think it is. So what we've done is we've shipped replacements, and then sometimes the replacements have had a small issue. So that's been the problem with Alita. Optimus Prime should be shipping, probably resume after Chinese New Year.
Okay, gotcha. Martin Jacobson was wondering, any plans for a Wonder Woman half scale? Oh, Snyder.
So we did tease the Wonder Woman in the
84.
gold, the
Yep,
golden
yep.
eagle armor, maybe 2 years ago now. But we
Right.
we put,
might be a bit
put that
longer.
on
It's been a while.
pause.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Time goes fast
So
though. It's crazy.
is it on pause or was it actually canceled? I don't
Probably
remember.
not. I'm guessing not happening.
It's unlikely it's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we've done all the work for it. It's just that they weren't happy with the head sculpt at the time. So if there ever is a demand in the future, we could revisit. But right now, focus on, like I said, 1-1 and 1-3.
Yes, sir.
That is at least for the foreseeable future, right? 1-3 and 1-1.
At least the next 18 months, that looks like the
Okay.
plan.
Okay.
Christian said, John said a few days ago, In Our Batman was basically done. Is there any more info on his release beyond Chinese New Year?
No, that's about it. Well, there's nothing we can do right now because everywhere is closed down. So after Chinese New Year, I should get the update.
Let
Gotcha.
me follow up on that. So I think we've seen a Bale in art, but
Yep.
was it 112 only, or is there a 1/6 coming?
There's a 1/6 coming as well. I don't know time frame. Time frame's not been confirmed, but
Okay.
we teased a head sculpt a while back. It's something we're working on, and the 112 maybe again that should drop after Chinese New Year.
Oh, okay. But the 1/6 is still in development.
Yeah, still in development. I think
Okay.
I think we're looking at that closely now.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Gotcha. Our guy Lane Kramer said, any new statue licenses that have been nailed down that can be shared?
Statue. Not a lot, to be honest. I think we're still working. We've still got our contracts with Marvel, with DC, Warner Brothers. There's maybe a surprise coming, but I can't mention it just yet. Something we're working on right now, but
Nice.
not too many new ones. The statue market is still something we're passionate about, but
It's
there's
rough.
still a lot. Yeah,
It's rough.
It's tough because of the shipping costs and everything right now. So we're trying to release less and just maintain quality. The stuff's going off in the Red Sea and all that. It's affecting everyone. So
Gotcha.
so we've got to try and slow it down a little bit.
And that's the thing. World events, world events will affect shipping and logistics, and by hence business. Who would have thought? But that's just how things work. So yeah, apparently people don't understand that. Okay.
Our boy Cameron said, is there any more Alien pieces in the works? I guess, yeah, that's what he's wondering.
We're working on that. We really want to do that. So it just comes down to Disney. We're talking with them now. So I don't know if there's any news right now, but we've submitted proposals. I think if we want to do Alien, we want to do more global licenses, whereas before it was just for China.
If I remember right, the 1-to-1 full body, that kind of got turned down, right? Like hit a snagger, right?
Yeah, it was just we could have done it for China only.
Okay, I got you.
But we wanted to do global, so we held back on that. So we've started working on everything. It's just coming down to licensing.
That's great, man. Alien stuff sells for sure.
Yeah, and it's awesome. So we're hoping to
it is awesome.
make it available.
I caught up on a bunch.
Actually,
would-
we do have a follow up to that alien question. Where is it? Oh, I don't have the ability to press the button, so somebody was asking John, what will it take for you guys to go forward with a life-size alien, or would you consider a dog alien version bust since the other one sold so well?
Disney.
Yeah, it just comes down to licensing.
Oh,
Something
we did. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
he just.
something we're working on.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Brain fart. Sorry.
Cool.
Did you get this question from Lane? He was asking if the 1/3 black Superman, are you guys going to go back and do a red and blue version?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I don't think we will.
Okay.
Not immediately. It's not in the plans right now. But if it's something that people talk about, I know there was a lot of questions at the time because Henry Cavill, I think he was there was at the time we released was discussions of him being replaced or he had been replaced. I can't remember.
Mhm.
So a lot of people, it depends. We'll see. But a lot of people are saying if Cavill's not Superman, maybe it's better to do the new one. So
Just wait for
We'll
the
see.
new dude. Yeah,
yeah, wait, see how that is, and then take it from
makes
there.
total sense. I'm gonna ask a couple of my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, the let me see. Okay, is there, because I remember before you said you put Lord of the Rings on pause. Is that still gonna be probably nothing we'll see coming, or should we expect Lord of the Rings statues or busts relatively this year?
Could be this year. Could be.
Would it be a like bust?
I'm not going to say because
Okay,
there's
damn you.
a couple of yeah. The only reason why is because there's a couple of companies working on Lord of the Rings right now.
There is, man. There is. There's more
So-
than a couple.
Yeah, so
It's a great
we're
IP
also
though. It's a great IP.
yeah, it is, and we're also trying to link up with the original companies that worked on the movie to improve
Oh, good old Weta.
our. Yeah, maybe they're one. We're looking at a few different companies that could help us. And if they say yes and they can help us, then
That would be
we'll
insane. Yeah, because
start
like you
rolling.
said, they worked on the movies. They're gonna be able to really tell you what's accurate, what's not, all that. You know,
Yeah,
they have reference material to the film.
exactly. So I think there's a few different companies that worked on it. So we're looking at that right now.
That's awesome. Well, damn. If if that was what you were alluding to in the beginning, where you said you're focusing on 1/3, because no one is really taking advantage of Lord of the Rings 1/3 yet. Just throwing that out there.
I think J&D made a start, right?
One.
And
they got torched for it.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, that could be one. That could be one. We know
Yeah,
there's different scales we can
for
work
sure.
with. We've already released the Balrog, and that everyone loved that one. So
Yeah, that thing it's impressive. The is there anything unmasked Ben Affleck related, either bus form or 1/3 maybe? Unmasked.
possibly bust. I have to check that one. I
know.
think because its likeness rights is an issue, so I'd have to check.
I like it.
Wow. Okay. Ben Affleck, that would be huge. Was not expecting that. Oh, are you saying his
Possibly,
likeness
yeah.
right is an issue? He won't sign off, or
It-
he just wants too much money?
I don't know that every person's got different contracts, that kind of stuff. I don't know
Okay.
much about that one, but I think unless I recall incorrectly, I might have seen bust mentioned before, but I don't know if we can get the unmasked head sculpt, so we'll see.
Okay. Fair enough. Right on. Looks like Jason's internet might be taking a hit, but you know what we can do? We can just ask some of the chat questions. So let's see. I don't have the button thing because one of the questions. Soloon is asking, "Hey John, will InArt pursue a 1/6
Whoops,
Peaky Blinders line now that the Big Chief Studios
Big
is
Chief's
no more?"
gone.
Yeah, but you said that. He said, I recall John said in the past stream that InArt was interested but didn't pursue because BCS had the license, but they're gone. So, any plans for you guys?
Not right now. It's something I'd be interested in. Being English, that line very interesting to me.
I have those two, and I would love more. Yeah, I love it myself. One of my favorite shows.
cool.
We just don't know how popular Peaky Blinders is. In the UK, it's big, but I don't know
Yeah.
about global.
Right. I don't know. I think it's pretty big over here from Netflix because I love. Oh man, Tommy Shelby, love that guy.
Yeah.
My bad about that. But and the next one I had was, can we finally get that Megatron bust, or does that look unlikely ever to happen?
Yeah, I was supposed to answer you about that. I need to follow up. I think with Transformers, it's another line where we're looking to expand. If we're going to do it, we want to do it globally, and it depends on the licensor.
Global.
Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah,
Because I know the Transformers for you so far has just been China, hasn't it?
yeah. Hong Kong,
okay.
Taiwan, we added to there as well.
Oh, okay.
So,
Gotcha.
but it's all around the same area.
So there might be some hope for the Megatron bust.
There could be something we're working on.
That'd be great. Okay, so can we expect anything Deadpool, Wolverine, either in 1/3 or bust form due to the new movie coming?
It depends on the movie timeline. I don't know if it was supposed to release this year around May, right?
I think,
but they delayed it. Summer, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's summer.
So at the moment, we'll know after Chinese New Year.
Okay.
But that's one where we've submitted plans for.
Gotcha. Let me see what I wrote. Oh, anything we could expect from like the 80s, 90s movies genres in bus form or third scale? You know, bringing it back.
Yeah, not right now. Mostly we're working with like the Warner catalog and also Disney, Marvel mostly. But I know that for especially like 80s, 90s popular in 1/6, and there's more we can do with busts, and I think we're in the contract negotiations right now. So there's one we could release, but it'd take another year for us to make it.
Okay. Gotcha. Let's see. Whoops. Adam wanted to know any plans to add more characters to the 1/3 Marvel line, or is that gonna be mostly Iron Man?
March should be the next one.
The next one.
Yeah.
John, you're just looking to spend my money.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That'll be great. Hopefully that line can go.
You know who I hope?
Yeah, hope it's got legs.
I
Yeah,
really
hope it's got legs,
I
exactly.
really hope it's 1/3 Wanda. I want 1/3 Elizabeth Olsen so bad. I really hope it's a 1/3 Wanda. Can you tell me? You can't tell me.
It's not Wanda. Wanda is one that we're looking at.
Thank you. I'm
We
I'm
are
glad it's not Wanda.
Yeah,
Dang
that's
it!
not next. That's not next.
I'm hoping either we get in a Spidey, a Strange, or a Loki. That's what I'm rooting for. I do remember you told us, I think on the last one, you were working on Wanda and Thor in 1/3. I remember you mentioned that before.
Yeah, we have started on Wanda, but I don't know if the release time. It's not going to be the next one. It could be later in the year. But yeah, I don't want to bring up the next one because it's very soon. Actually, it's only a few weeks.
So hang on. Let me pivot back to Wanda for a second. The license is good, right? You don't have any like actor likeness rights. Both like it's
Just
okay.
RDJ.
You're already working on it, and it's just not ready, or she still needs to sign off.
They always need to sign off. RDJ is almost impossible now because of his contract. I think is up. It's 1-to-1. They won't allow it at all. But in the smaller scales, we can. It's just we just need to get them signed off, and it takes time to develop. To get the likeness is really hard to do on everyone. So that's what takes the longest amount of time.
Great.
Our friend Jelena, she was wondering if there's anything Hulk in the works.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much right now, but there could be.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
1/3 Hulk.
Maybe
new Hulk bust. Something.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Very cool, man. Let's see.
We have some questions from further up. Okay, there you go.
Our guy Freddy Krueger wanted to know any plans to work with Sideshow again.
Yes, so there's no plans not to right now. It's just we didn't make as many busts and statues last year. We're working with them for our Marvel busts. So if we make more busts this year, we'll distribute through Sideshow. It all comes down to what they want to carry as well, because they carry a lot of other brands, and as long as it's non-competing, they'll look into it.
Gotcha. Our boy Sexy Lamb. Anything Batman Begins on the horizon?
Not just now, but it's something that comes up every time we talk to people. So I'm hoping so.
That seems to be everyone's like favorite suit out of the the Nolan verse.
Yeah, and I don't know why it's one of the most neglected ones. It just everyone goes for the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people have done Begins for some reason, but everyone brings it up, and maybe that's why.
Cab wanted to know, is it possible to get horror silicone busts from you guys?
It's something we do want to do because our art director's a massive horror fan, and there's an event in Pasadena, I believe, called Monsterpalooza, which we want to attend.
Yeah.
Yes, but right now, with the schedules we've got, there's just not a lot of time. But I think in the next couple of years, it's something we'll look at for sure.
I actually have an interesting studio question to jump off on. You talk about lightness and being very hard to hit, which is very understandable. But is Queen, are the people who sculpt likeness for Queen, are you guys like basically sharing your files back with the in-art guys? Is it the same art director, or is it a different art director for each department, kind of overseeing and making tweaks?
Different art directors. Okay. Yeah, different art directors. So there's Viper for in art, and then there's a guy called Oliver that works on Queen Studios. But because we're in the same office, everyone knows each other. We'll share feedback. So stuff like people say we missed on the statue or any likeness like that way, we can just share it within the team. Great. So it's knowledge sharing. So all helps. And that experience has helped us launch 1.6. Otherwise, it would have been a little bit harder without all of that experience.
Okay. Nice.
No, it was a great question because I know a lot of people had issues getting that giant Balrog through like their normal doors.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. Our guy Melvin wanted to know, is that T-Rex gonna go through like a normal door or probably not?
Probably not. I don't think so. I'd have to, because at the time when we released it, we said it wouldn't. So we'd have to see if they've made any changes while they've been making the final piece to see if that it. The base is the issue.
The giant rock that holds up the actual bus, right? Is that rock attached to the base?
It is on the prototype.
Okay.
But that's what I mean. So I'd have to check to see the final pieces. Have we made any changes based on that? Because that would be an issue. It could be like the old school way where you have to take. It depends where you live. If
take the door off,
window out. Maybe.
Hey, look. As long as you don't have to like crane that shit in through a window, I think you'll be all right. You might have to take some doors out, but depends where you live.
I'll get some updates on that and see where we're at with that, because it is one of those things we have to think about.
I've heard a few people ask that question. Like they want to order it, but then they're like, if I can't just put it through a normal door, there's no way I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah. Some pieces, it's just about making like your dream piece. Like what can we do? And we're not expecting everyone to get it. Like the 1-to-1 Hulkbuster.
Right. Oh, that's that's not for everyone. No.
Yeah. It's just let's try it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same with
that
T-Rex.
Jurassic bus, the T-Rex bus. Are you expecting that to be in those giant wooden things too, like the damn Balrog?
It would have to be. It's the only way to make sure that it doesn't break during transit.
Gotcha. That makes sense, man.
Speaking of which, that 1-1 Hulkbuster, how far along is that in production?
It depends on who.
Yeah, there's already one in California that's just out on the guy's backyard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Yeah, basically, it's made to order. So,
is it?
We took the pre-order at that time, but once they pay for the deposit, then we'll get the ball rolling and start making it individually. But sometimes they'll place the order and then they'll say, okay, we'll pay the deposit and pay you the payment when we're ready. So we're not shipped them all yet. Just whatever has been.
Have you started to ship some?
Yeah, we shipped some already.
Okay. Wow.
Because the dude, he posted in the groups, man. He was driving by, like, Beverly Hills or something, and he was just on the street driving. He took a picture. There was a giant Hulkbuster in this guy's backyard.
Huh. Okay.
Awesome. I'd like to see that. I've
Yeah,
not seen it
yeah.
yet.
He was like, "Who the hell bought this?"
Hey, if you live in Beverly Hills, man, you've got the money and the space. So.
Yeah, it was one of the groups with like the most popular groups. He's like, "All right, which one of you owns this?"
Probably.
He's like,
probably
"I know
some
you're
movie
in this group."
director.
Oh
Nice.
man.
Very nice.
Let me see what we got here. Oh, Joker, because the Joker and the sequel's coming out. Any plans for a Flex statue in 1/3 and/or Harley Quinn herself?
Oh, I want Lady Gaga.
Yeah, I think we'll see how the movie goes.
That's smart.
Yeah, because we don't know how it'll be received. The first one, when we saw it, we were in New York at New York Comic Con, and we saw the movie. And after we came out, we're like, "Yeah, we've got to make this."
Mm-hmm.
For this one, who knows? We've not got the luxury of just making everything now. We want to make sure it's something we're passionate about, something that people want.
Yeah,
Also,
makes total sense.
your roadmap's pretty tied down for a while, right?
Yeah, at least 18 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Freddie wanted to know: is there anything more coming from Jurassic, or is that IP kind of on pause or over it?
Again, that's another one where we want to get global licenses for.
Global.
So, yeah, so we in negotiations. I think our contract is up for the first part, and now we're discussing more regions for that.
Right on. Oh yeah, we saw this one in Vegas. The 1/3 Joker bathroom scene.
I don't think we could do it, but it depends if there's the demand. It's done, as you saw.
Right. Yeah.
But we just didn't release it. We'll see if there's demand. We use the same concept and the same team to develop the 6 scale
The
that
figure,
we released
yeah.
last week. Yeah. So if you notice, they're very similar in that respect because the team shared knowledge. But if there's a demand for it, we can look at it again.
So basically, you can just scale the file. You can scale the polys up and make it to 1/3, and with some tweaking.
No, we've already done 1/3.
Oh, you've already
He's
done
like-
it. You got a separate.
Yeah,
Okay.
they brought it to Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay. I forgot about that. Well, I didn't go.
No, I know.
I should have gone. It sounds like it was a freaking blast, and I
great.
should have gone. But
Right on,
Next
right
time.
on. Let's see who else posted some stuff. Oh, here we go. Will there be House of Dragon figures since Game of Thrones? Oh, since you already have Game of Thrones as well.
Not right now, just because the schedule's pretty full. But we know there's a lot of people interested. We're working on Daenerys right now. There's a couple of us from Game of Thrones that we want to release, and then maybe House of Dragon could be a little bit later.
Okay.
Daenerys, is it going to be like just a figure with some accessories, or is it going to be more elaborate with some dragons or a bigger backdrop or something? Or is there going to be more than what we saw at Wonderfest, I guess?
There could be. I think what we want to do is work on our bases a little bit more, to add in some concepts, some elements, and make that an option for collectors. So right now, still in development. We're still working on the head sculpts and the tailoring, all that kind of stuff first, and then we'll come back to that later.
I lost the damn comment, but someone said if the Transformer line, if that's to
Has a
continue,
1-to-1.
the Megan Fox bust.
Megan Fox.
I'll buy that.
I would, bro. I would
Like
buy
the
that too.
I would buy that. And if you're going to do that, then you got to make me a 1/6 too, okay?
We'll look
Megan-
into it. We'll look into it.
Megan Fox, bro. You couldn't even say it's Transformers. It's just fucking Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, John.
Look,
Just
the base would have to be. What's that guy that humped her leg? Remember? Remember?
Wheelie or Squeaks or whatever. Yeah. That's it. All right, John. You gotta go get a Megan Fox license, and you gotta make her in 1/1, 1/3, and 1/6. Okay?
Well, Megan
I
Fox.
think we'll sell.
Megan
It'll sell.
Fox was
It'll sell.
100%.
It'll sell. There you go. Instant PO, man. That shit will sell
Oh,
so
man.
fast.
Bro, all the people with the Transformers collections, they would buy it. 100%.
Yeah.
My
Yes.
ass. This is a good one actually. Would it, if you guys are allowed to continue with Alien, would you consider anything Ripley related, or just stick to the aliens?
We in our plans right now, it's mostly Alien, but Ripley comes up a lot, and it's
Mhm.
something that I've been asking about. So
Yeah.
I'd push for it once we know the licenses signed off.
Hell yeah. Ripley, there's not a lot of her out there. I think that's why people keep asking.
Only customs I can see. I think there's like some custom pieces,
There's
but not much.
1/4 that's licensed, and then old Hot Toys in 1/6. But other than that, like you said, it's just custom.
Yeah, not a lot. Yeah.
There we go. Any plans for comic pieces this year? Statues for Marvel or DC?
Yeah, there are plans. But I don't know the time frame again. The timing right now is Chinese New Year and everything. We're sort of winding down a little bit, and we'll pick up in March, like ramp everything up around that time.
He said I would get a Megan Fox for science.
Yeah, me too. I'll get all the scales that John's gonna go make for science. Research.
Bane from Nolan. I guess maybe in our or Queen Studios, Nolan Bane.
No immediate plans right now, but it's something that I'm hoping we do because it's my favorite.
Because you
character.
yourself want one, right? Yeah, I want one too.
Yeah.
And it's Tom Hardy.
It's Tom
Yeah.
Hardy.
How could you not? You know, yeah, it's Tom Hardy. Oh man, I loved him as Alfie in Peaky Blinders. You got to make me an Alfie.
I'd love us to do Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders is a great show.
Oh my god,
So it'd be awesome if we did it.
I know I've heard you say in the past you guys are interested in gaming statues. Is that something you're still trying to pursue, or
Gaming, I think we talked about it last week on another stream. It's one of those where the games are popular, but not always the statues or the figures. So we have to be very selective with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we looked at I've forgotten the name of the game now. The one where Keanu Reeves' likeness looks like
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked at that a few years ago, but we'd missed the boat on it. A lot of companies already started developing.
There's a solid one out there, yeah.
Yeah, so
And I'm not sure it's sold that well either.
yes, sometimes that's the case.
Yeah.
The gamers don't always collect, but a lot of collectors game.
Yeah.
So you've got to choose the right one.
Yeah. Before, yeah.
Our boy Life Size Collector was curious if that War Machine bust you guys kind of mentioned last year was still in the works.
I'm hoping it is. It's one of those things where it's in a line plan, and I think we might have started developing. To give you a heads up for Queen Studios, we'll be announcing a new 1-to-1 statue this week. So that'll be the first
full-blown statue.
Yep, full-blown statue 1-to-1.
shit.
We'll be announcing. I'd say Tuesday, Wednesday. Look out for an announcement.
Could you say the IP?
Yeah, it's Marvel. It's
Marvel.
1-to-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Iron Man. It's Iron Man. But
It's another Iron Man.
Yeah.
I'm guessing numero 2.
Maybe. We'll see.
What?
You did the thing where you're on a Mac and you did, and then yeah.
Fucking balloons.
Yeah, there you go. You did it again. All right, so you heard it here first. New 1-to-1 Marvel statue
awesome.
Iron Man coming this coming week. So get your money ready.
Yeah, right.
Be happy for the 1-1 collectors.
This is a good question too, because I've had someone else message me this question as well, like in the past, if I knew. Do you think any of the weapons you'll be selling separately that are in that armory?
The 1-1.
The 1-to-1?
Not really. We've got to be really careful with weapons. The licenses have got like strict rules around weapons and cigarettes and all that kind of stuff. It's okay to show someone blow someone's head off in a movie, but
can't do it in the toy, in the figure, right? It's weird.
So, but there's rules for a reason, so we've got to follow that.
Right. Speaking of which, how well did the 1-1 armory sell?
Pretty well.
Oh, nice.
It weighs a ton, like a metric ton. I don't
a literal ton.
Like a literal ton. Wow. Okay.
But it did well. We were surprised.
That's great.
When
awesome.
Has that even shipped here, or we're still in production?
No, we only released in October the pre-order, so it should probably be Q4 this year, maybe.
Nice.
This is a great question. Coming off of the the T800 bust Arnold, any more Terminator pieces expected? Endo?
It's something that we are looking into, because I think the first one we did was 2019. 2018, 2019. Then this one was the clean version, like no battle damage. So I think there's been a demand for endo and also maybe a different version of the T1000, but
Right.
we'll see. We'll have to speak to licensors, see what's available.
When it comes to side question, when it comes to Terminator and you guys, what you guys are allowed to do you only have bust rights or do you have like a scaled statue right as well?
Everyone's different, so yeah, every time you go back you've got to get a different scale. Every license is different, so right now we've just got the bust rights.
Just the bust.
at the
Okay.
moment. Yeah.
Okay, so every time, see, during negotiation, you guys don't go ask for all the scales or in perpetual. You just get whatever you can get for like a year or whatever, or how does that work?
So the licensor, because every company's got their own scale, right? Not everyone does every scale. So the licensor will have partners already in different
Right, I
scales.
forgot about that. Yeah.
So you've got to see what's available. They don't want too many on the market at the same time, because then it starts like you're just eating into your own license. So they're careful around that.
Sexy Lamb said, any more Michael Jackson plans, more bust and or statues?
The busts were released for pre-order in October. There's no more plans for the busts after that. There's a 6-scale figures coming next. Hopefully, we'll have have something ready for SDCC. That's my hope.
Awesome.
But we'll have to see.
This question, they actually texted me. He was it's actually Lifestyle. He's in here too. Whatever. He was curious. Is that the Steppenwolf bust that was shown with Darkseid, is that ever gonna come to fruition or likely not?
Maybe not. The Darkseid bust didn't sell as well as we were hoping to. I think
Steppenwolf would be even less then.
Yeah, I think people like them. They like the idea, but there's just not enough people that
they didn't put the money forward.
Put the money forward, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Quick question: the Michael Jackson 1/6 is being worked on. That backdrop in the base with all the lights and stuff. How big is that thing?
I don't know the exact measurements, but I think it must be a similar size to the Joker stairwell.
Okay, well, it's not
from that one. It's not crazy big.
Okay, I was just wondering. It's beautiful though. That's one I'm very much looking forward to.
Yeah, I think that one's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Man, somebody out here asking for a 1/1 Wanda. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Yeah, licensing's restricted there.
He had a 2-part question. Any chance for Harley from the Suicide Squad movie, and Linda Carter, OG Wonder Woman?
Yeah, not in the plans right now, but I think either of those, I think especially the OG Wonder Woman is something if we could do in the future, that'd be awesome. But not in the immediate plans. I think we've got a good year ahead of us, and then we can come back to those. But if there's anything like that people want, that's what the group's for. If we can get enough people behind it, I can go to the guys and say, look, we should do this. Then
side question, is your like, I know like you what you guys are planning to release this year, is it pretty much already like nailed in, like in terms of what you guys are expecting to do?
Yeah, just because of the amount of time it takes to develop.
Yeah.
So anything that people are talking about now, realistically, if there's a buzz about it, we've got to sign a license. So the contract could take 3 to 6 months. Then you've got to develop, which could take another 6 months. So we're at least 9 to 12 months out before we can even pre-order it. So anything like that, unless we've already started discussing it based on our previous conversations. So yeah, anything like that takes time.
So here's an interesting question to piggyback of it. Has there been a situation where understanding how production works, like you said, how many months down the road, blah, 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 and all that. Has there been a situation yet that your roadmap's been established, for the next 18 months? That's how pretty much any major company would have to work, whether you're in this industry, software industry, whatever. But then has there been a situation where you know your roadmap, it's down, it's locked, it's more or less in in place, and then you bust the project, you just go, oh, you know what, shit, this is kind of, we need to do this first, and out of left field, you blow something that was in the map and just shove something in. Have you guys done that yet? Has that situation
Yeah,
come up?
happens a lot. Happens a lot.
Okay.
Things change. You got to adapt, right? What people are looking for. Maybe the movie comes out and it's a big hit, and we've got the license rights for it, and we can start developing sooner. We play that the long game, but sometimes you've got to capitalize on what people are interested now as well.
So has there been
we
an
are flexible.
example? Has there been an example of something that's been busted and slid into place that wasn't before? The consumer wouldn't know, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's certain things like we've got right up into the development and then just paused it. Like we said, Wonder Woman, the bathroom scene Joker, and then we've swapped it out for something else. But I can't remember what that was at that time.
No, I was just curious, man. All right.
Question then for me, I know he said like everything's probably like planned. Like you guys pretty much kind of know how your year's gonna go. If everything goes to plan and everything, how many Marvel 1/3 would you like to put up for pre-order this year?
For this year, if all goes to
Wow,
plan.
that would be amazing. Okay, very interesting.
So 1.25 would be looking at.
I'm sorry.
One
a
each
quarter. Gotcha. Yeah, I got
yeah.
you. Yeah. That makes total sense. That'd be fantastic. Oh, here's a question. Any update on the shipping time frame of the half scale Spidey?
We started shipping around end of November, December last year, and then we've shipped the first few batches, and then we're just on pause right now for Chinese New Year, so we should pick up again in March.
Oh, so some people already have that in hand.
In China, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Very nice. The age-old question that you've been asked since the very beginning.
Yeah.
Still working.
Still in development.
Yeah. This is long time in the works. This one.
I always say if you guys or your competitors, Infinity, if one of you two ever manage to get like the Star Wars shit locked down, everything, it would blow up my entire collection.
Everyone says that. It's just hard. That's one of the hardest ones to get because it's one of the original franchises. So
and they
really
like everyone knows too. They like working with who they already have their prior relationships
exactly.
with.
Yeah.
Would you? Oh, here's a question. And based on what you told me in Vegas, I know the answer to this. Would you guys ever consider a collab with Infinity on a project?
Not those guys. Other people we would do. Yeah, others we would do.
You know what I love? Like how blunt I love how blunt he just like matter of fact, just just no pretenses, just here's an honest answer. It's authentic. Thank you.
That's very sweet. What you told me in Vegas, I was like, unless relations have changed since then between you two, I was like, I know the answer to this.
Yeah, it's not. So everyone, we're actually a very open company. We'll collab with people.
Right.
We're open to collaboration, but there's certain things that have transpired which we will never talk about.
Right.
Yeah, but
well, when we bring the Hennessy and the brandy, that'll be between us. That'll be a different story.
Yeah, but it is what it is. So it's just no point. They don't need to. They make the same stuff.
We are coming up on an hour, guys. If you have any last questions, I'm not keeping John here much longer. Please put them in. Sexy Lamb put in anything Sylvester Stallone potentially.
We reached out to Stallone's team, but they say at the moment they don't believe the market's there, just because the price point that we're selling at right now with the silicone bust is between 3,000 and 4,000, just because we're using platinum grade silicone, and they don't have the confidence in the market because they're working on their own stuff anyway. The Stallone shop, they're making their own figures, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
correct. Yep.
And we reached out to those guys because we've already got connections, and they said right now the market's not there. So maybe when hopefully the world will calm down a little bit, the issues with shipping, inflation, all that kind of stuff stabilizes, then we can come back to that when people got a bit more money in the pocket.
What do you think people would want more of Stallone? Do you think it would be Rambo, Rocky? What do you
Oh,
think?
that's
it
a
is?
hard one.
It's
I don't know
hard.
what you guys think.
I would say Rambo 2 or 4. That would be my desire.
I am the weird one. I like characters now when they're older, so I want Last Blood, like old man
Last
Rambo.
Blood Rambo. But
Yeah.
we both said Rambo over Rocky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking Rambo.
Yeah,
would do
John
that.
Rambo. Yeah, definitely Rambo. More Rambo.
But I would be interested in Rocky, but I think Rambo would do a little bit
Yeah,
better.
Jake said Rambo.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I was always curious what people most associate him with.
Yeah,
Interesting.
boxing statue. I don't know. It would be as good. Not many people have done boxing.
There was the 1/3.
Blitzaway have done third scale. Blitzaway.
Oh, they did. Yeah, that's right. Blitzway did the quarter scale with his dog, but PCS did the third scale
Oh,
when they were.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
those were always on sale at Sideshow. Like they didn't sell like they wanted. Apparently,
Yeah.
Well, now with the news about Carl Weathers, maybe that one will start flying off the shelves.
maybe,
very
yeah.
true.
That's
Very
really
true.
sad.
Yeah, maybe.
Freddie said Cobra is what he thinks of for Stallone. Interesting.
That's a pretty
That
good
would be
opinion.
cool. Yeah.
Interesting.
But I don't know if it's as popular though. Like
I
I've
don't
not
think
seen
it is.
Cobra. I've seen Rambo. I've seen all the Rambos.
Yeah. We have a few questions.
Here we go. Spy on Love Queen Studios, but what are the reasons? Oh, he was curious from your guys' point of view. Did the Thor bus not meet the prototype standards?
It's a difficult one because I've seen it in person and I think it's almost the same.
Okay.
But we've seen a lot of comments about the pictures online, and a lot of people say it's not. So I'd have to look at that again. But we have seen the comments, and we have seen a lot of people aren't happy with the final one. But I've seen it in person, and I personally think it looks almost the same and pretty good. But I'd have to go and see other people's, and if they're not happy, then they're right because it's their bust, right? So I have to look at that.
I didn't see anything like absolutely terrible regards to it. The ones I saw were like, it's just like not out of all the busts you've done, it's probably the one that stood apart the most is what I've seen.
It's not as close to the prototype,
Right.
maybe. Yeah, I don't. It's case by case because from what I've seen, it looks fine.
Sure.
So, but I can see why people are saying it, and we'll have to look at that. And it's probably something we are looking at already.
All right. Couple last questions and we're done. Freddy Krueger said, anything G.I. Joe?
Not really.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as popular. Maybe US based would be. Maybe in a couple of years, if we create our own US company, we could do that. But internationally, it'd be harder.
All right. These are the last three, and then we are done, everybody. Well, Sexy Lamb said, chance for Legolas and Nazgul reveal this year.
Hoping to this year, but I don't know the time frame. Depends on approvals, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Then Adam, any reassurances to collectors this year who are nervous about potential QC issues carrying into 2024?
Yeah, the QC issues have actually slowed down a lot. If we're absolutely honest, the biggest issues we've had are with the Iron Man busts.
Yeah.
So especially with the one with Sideshow. And when we've spoken to Sideshow, we've spoken to other companies, everyone has trouble with Iron Man because of the small details in the suit and the armor. If it's made of polystone, it can break really easily. And also the lighting can have issues. So we've noticed that slowed down a lot because we changed our partners. One of our partner manufacturers didn't do a good enough job. So we've changed where we're making things now.
I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Oh, no, continue.
Oh, yeah. And then with other stuff, because we've slowed down a lot and working a lot more closely on this, and we've changed our team, and we've noticed that it's dropped massively. Our quality's back to where it was in like 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
That's great. I was curious if you guys noticed maybe if like you just said a lot of manufacturing, if it was more in-house, or do you think it was more maybe the way the stuff was packaged that was affecting you guys?
So we try to make as much as we can in-house as possible, but certain projects, if we don't have the time to complete it, we'll work with another team. Gotcha. And we'll outsource. And sometimes there's just issues with their teams as well. Mm-hmm. So we do our best. sometimes, like for example, everything we've shipped to Sideshow, I've asked the team to open it and check it
Oh shit.
before we ship it, so we know there's no QC issues.
Okay.
But when it gets there, we get the emails and they've said
There
there's
it is.
problems, so we know it's from shipping, and
Well,
we know that they've been inspected before they've gone.
That's one of the things with, I hate to say it, but with a lot of people with Sideshow and their return policy, like it's very buyer friendly, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of people that, none of these stuff comes out perfect, right? There's a lot of people with like the smallest infraction on their piece, they'll just send it right back to Sideshow because Sideshow accepts that. And that's kind of, I don't know. I don't think that's always right.
Would you also say, John, or were there any like specific situations where it might have been one or two specific factories you partner with, but they just that they just didn't maybe didn't do a good enough job, and then and that these things happen, but you just couldn't catch it in time, or
So mostly it's the paint issue.
Okay. Yep.
So the with Iron Man, there's usually the problems are paint. So there'll be paint defects, and we can't blame the customer, because if you're paying $1,000 or $2,000, $3,000, if you're spending your money that you've worked every day for, you want it to be almost perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
But then sometimes there's issues that we've done everything we can. It's just when it's shipped, and then stuff happens in transit, like the glue for the Venom and Carnage. When we shipped, it was fine.
Yep.
But the heat from shipping in summer cracked all the jaw lines.
Yeah.
And you've got to replace it. So it's just, sometimes it's how it is. And maybe the factory could have done something different, planned around it. But it's difficult to do that for every single piece, because once it's packed up and gone, it's hard to say, that's why we do batches.
The very last question of the night, and I support this one, John. For Hawkeye, could we expect that as a 1/3 possibility and or bust?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Is Hawkeye popular enough? What do you guys think?
Here's what it is, man. I guarantee it'll sell because no one else has touched it. No one has touched a Hawkeye. Like it does not exist in statue and or bust form.
Yeah, no one's done Jeremy Renner. No,
Nobody.
Yeah.
So if you guys put out the only one, people are gonna be like, "Oh shit, this is my chance to finally get Hawkeye to complete." Regardless if you put him in third or a bust, I think it would. I'd buy it. I'd buy Hawkeye. I love Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Hey,
he said, "Give me a Hawkeye." Adam said, "Hawkeye is huge for Avenger completionists." Exactly.
There are two more questions. You want to take that? You want to?
That's up to John.
Do you want
we'll
to
take two more.
Okay.
Two
All
more,
right.
okay.
So, one question was: have you guys shipped all the 1/3 Catwoman on bike from your end?
We've shipped the vast majority. How that works as well, to give you guys a background, is we've got to ship it to our partners. Then our partners have got to, they'll take it in their warehouse forwarder, and then they've got to book a container, and then it's got to go overseas. For example, that's licensed around Southeast Asia and Europe. So it just takes time from when we release it. So that's where we're at with that. But we've shipped the vast majority of the 1/3.
Great. And very last question: are there going to be any new pictures of the 1/6 Batman before release?
Oh, okay.
Production pictures.
Yeah, there should be.
Okay.
So we're a bit. I think when we come back from Chinese New Year, our office returns on the 15th, 16th, maybe. I can't remember what day it is. We will return around that time, so we should start sharing information around that time.
So you're technically off now, right?
No, we're off on. We work until Thursday this week, and then we're off for like 7 to 8 days.
Are you going to go back to England, or are you just going to chill?
Oh no, I'll stay here.
Yeah. You stay there, okay. Wait, how long have you lived there now? It's been a while, yeah.
9 years.
Wow, you can get like dual citizenship or something.
That they don't accept it here. They don't accept dual
Oh,
citizenship.
really?
Oh no shit.
Oh man. How often do you go home?
It was hard because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
I didn't
right,
go
right.
home for like 3 years, but
Okay.
once a year I try to.
Nice. Okay. Right on.
So
Um,
I know you said SDCC. Are you gonna be there yourself with Queen, or are you just sending the stuff for ECC to do on their booth?
I was there last year, but we didn't have
Yeah.
anything, unfortunately.
Right.
I'm hoping this year we have something, and then I'm hoping I can go because it's just
Okay.
great to go and chat with
Yeah.
people in person.
Yeah. Right on. But everybody, and say your thanks for John showing up. I appreciate it, John. I know they all do too. So, thank you.
Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah, it's always good to chat.
yeah,
for
no,
sure.
it's great, man. We've talked to you for for a long time, and it's always been a great experience. And just all around, man. This is just awesome. So, and you guys, you know how big of a fans we are of both Queen and
Yeah,
Art.
no,
So,
I
we
forgot too.
appreciate it.
I know you mentioned Monster Palooza earlier in the stream. Are you going this year?
It's just going to be really hard to get
Okay.
there.
Okay.
If we'd have got the alien license, we'd have gone. But I
Gotcha.
don't think we're gonna. We've actually paid. We've paid for our booth, so we might
Oh,
just have to offer that up to someone else. We
Okay.
just don't have the stuff that would fit that convention.
That theme, yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually, like you said, horror, sci-fi. Usually, what you're gonna see there. More
Yeah.
often than not. Yeah.
Yeah, we've only got the Terminator bust really, and
Right.
it's not enough for us to head out there.
Yeah, for sure. He said, "Thanks, John. Yep. Thank you. Hell yeah."
wait, hang on, one question. Have you ever have you guys thought? And you might have answered this before, but you guys have any plans to do a 1/6 Terminator since you've done everything else for Inart?
We'd like to, but it all comes down to what's available. We'll see.
Okay, I forgot about that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting.
Yeah. But maybe then, as always, maybe we'll see you in Q3 then. Get something then.
Yeah, definitely. After Chinese New Year, just shoot me a message, and if anyone's added me on Facebook, I'll always reply when I get time because we've got a lot of work to do. But
Yeah.
hope to talk to you more then.
Okay,
Yeah.
for sure, man. Well,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
enjoy your Chinese New Year. That's coming. Enjoy it. Enjoy the time off. We will see you next time, my friend.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. See you later.
All right.
Take care,
Thank you,
John.
John.
Okay,
Appreciate you.
bye.
Thank you. Bye. Appreciate you. All right, man. We can keep chatting for a little bit. That was some very interesting.
Hey, when I lagged out, I don't know what happened. What the fuck happened? But what did he say
Uh-huh.
about Unmasked Batman? If for Bust or Third, did he say anything? Because I couldn't hear.
Batfleck.
Yeah,
He said
when
that
I asked
think
for an
he
Unmasked
said
Bust or 1/3.
it was bust, but it was a matter of getting the sign off.
No shit. So they had one in the works that they wanted to do.
Either it's I think
Wow.
it seemed like he said that
Interesting.
of the
Okay.
notes that he saw from the meeting notes from the company from internally that
Yeah.
they were looking at bust, and part of the thing that they were working on is either getting, I think it has to do with the actor contract, but it's probably between getting his likeness sign off and blah blah blah.
It sounds like the year of the Batflick then, because there's 3 potential companies that might and want to put one out. Very interesting. Okay.
Did you see the
It's your
the Batfleck that I posted the other day?
No.
The naked Batfleck on the bike.
Oh, that. Yeah. That.
Hey, they hit the lightness pretty damn well. I'm just saying that looked pretty good.
Melvin, what are you saving for, man? What are you hoping that
I don't
actually
know.
comes to fruition? Because you got to remember, you got to take everything with a grain of salt too. Not everything he alluded to you can expect to actually happen.
Right. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Oh, great. On my own. Appreciate it. No problem, Calvin. Thank you for stopping by, my dude. Christian, thank you as well. Michael, I appreciate you stopping by. I'm glad I was able to help you out on that MYC piece, my dude. Who else stopped by tonight? I agree with you, Ryan, man. A 1/3 Strange is absolutely needed. I'd be disappointed if I went down that 1/3 Marvel line and didn't get a Strange. I would, for sure. Yeah, Adam Hawkeye definitely needed. I agree.
He
Michael,
did say
he mentioned
that.
Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead. Michael, I don't know if you were there, but towards the beginning, he talked about Nightmare Batman. The 1/4 think he said is close to shipping. But if you're talking about a potential 1/3 or a bust or something, it doesn't sound like anything is in the works.
Yeah, I think he said I think I heard him say the Nightmare 1/4 has started shipping, but small batches.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the 1/4 Batfleck line is on hold for now.
Yes, correct.
So, uh, I mean, they're working on a lot, man. Between the two Joker releases that just came, they're gonna drop a life size Iron Man next Tuesday. Um,
I hope
so
I hope that
Zeno,
damn
I am not drinking because it's a company. It's John, and out of respect, and I also wanted to be able to interview questions properly. So I'm
I've
not
been
drinking right now, but I'll get fucked up later.
I've been pressuring him like, in the messages like fucking put out the Megatron bus, goddamn it.
And what do you say? He's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, but
He's too nice. He wouldn't say that.
No, he's not.
He's one of the nicest people I've ever met. Like seriously.
Well, it's funny, like when he was out here, behind the camera. No, he's super nice still, but he'll drop the cuss words.
Right, he just won't do it on camera. Just he's a lot more professional than I ever freaking will be.
What he told me
then
tonight,
again-
though, was a lot more hope for the Megatron bus than what he was alluding to me when I texted him about it.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. He said he's hyped for the 1/3 to release, might go all in on the 1/3 line. That's why I'm glad I asked him how many are they planning to release this year.
4 is a pretty big number.
That is. So you'd probably be happy with 3, right? 4 would be great, but if the only 3 got up for pre-order, that would probably be a win.
I mean, I honestly only want a Wanda, and I couldn't really care about the rest. So
you know what he kind of hinted at when we were asking the 1/3 and characters? It sounded kind of like a 1/3 Hulk is in the works.
a 1/3 Ruffalo would be huge. That's gonna be fucking Hulkbuster size.
The other thing, one already exists though. So even if Queen doesn't make a 1/3 Hulk, you could go buy the other one from the ECC one.
Oh, I forgot about that.
If they never make it.
Yeah.
Granted, that thing, it's expensive, but if you're a completionist and Queen never touches, 1/3 Hulk, there is actually one in existence you could hunt down.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I want the Megan Fox in 1/3. I want the Megan Fox in 1/6.
I want the bust.
You want a life size Megan Fox?
I want the bust.
Yeah,
goddamn it!
I can see that. Goddamn it!
Oh, that's definitely 1/3. Do you think John collects anything? I know he's told me statue and bust wise, no, but within art, he told me he would like to collect stuff that he likes because he would have space to actually put it in his small place of living
in China.
Yeah. But as far as I know, statues and bust, he does not.
Yeah. Did they tease a Thanos-sized Hulk a while back? Oh, that one was canceled. The comic one.
The one with the smoke, you mean?
Yeah, I think that was canceled.
Nah, that's still coming. They did update. They were doing updates to it.
Really? I thought I heard it was canceled. Well, I might be wrong. Look at Lane. Megan Fox bust would work for me. Look at that guy.
Ledge, he alluded to Transformers depends more on if they can get a bigger license for it, global, then yeah, they want to continue. But if they can't, it probably won't go much further.
Yeah, so Ryan in the chat is saying that they did
cancel. Oh, they did cancel. Okay. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
go.
There
was a green and a red one, I think, if I remember. I don't know.
And gray. Yeah, they did all.
Yeah. Yeah, that was canceled, the comic ones.
Okay, cool.
Which, I mean, their bread and butter is the movie stuff, So kind of feel like.
Also, Calvin knows. He's hung out with John personally. Yeah, you know how. He's fucking awesome, dude. He's awesome.
Yeah. See, I know what happened at that party, Calvin. And yeah, I kind of wish I was at that party because that was a fun party. Like, I would have loved that party. And he knows what I'm talking about too. But yeah, how I think we got a lot of cool shit coming down, man. I mean, I'm not buying 1-1, but
Oh, I'm not either. I'm excited to see what armor it is, though. I'm guessing Mark II, though. That's my guess.
Yeah, or a 3, or
Well,
maybe they'll
3 just
go.
shipped. 3 just shipped. They're not doing another 3. No fucking way.
Oh, okay. Maybe they'll go left field and do like a 46 or 47 because I like those suits.
I know in the past he alluded to a 1 would probably never happen because of the man underneath the mask. They can't really make it look like RDJ without getting approval, which they can't get approval for. So I don't think it's Mark 1.
Right. But oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm hoping it's a suit that we haven't seen before. So
When he said a new 1-to-1 and then Marvel, I was like, be something other than an Iron Man. And then he was like, Iron Man.
yeah,
I mean, I get it.
yeah,
That shit
I get it.
sells. I
Yeah,
totally
I thought
fucking get it.
I thought the same thing. I really thought the same thing.
But I completely understand. But it is cool for those who are collecting the 1-to-1 Iron Mans, though, because I mean, if they keep making them, eventually you're gonna have the whole goddamn set.
Man, where you gonna put like all these life size Iron Man? Ain't nobody house that big.
I don't think it's for the normal peoples.
No, of course not. I mean, if I were to get one, I would just get like a 46 or 47. I like that suit. But if not, yeah.
47 would be dope.
Right, the gunmetal and the hot rod red.
Yeah, that would be dope.
I still have the
Spidey
1/6,
movie.
and that's the only. I've got that one and the Mark V are the only 2 Iron Man figures I kept. But
I am convinced a Hulk something is coming, either 1/3 or bust, or a new bust. I'm absolutely convinced, though.
Like a 2.0 to the Hulk bust.
Yep, or a 1/3. I am convinced a Marvel movie Hulk is coming. Like, I'm convinced.
I mean, I think if they did because look, they've already done a Loki 2.0.
Yeah.
So it would only make sense that they do a 2.0.
Because a lot of people have gripes with that Hulk bust.
Yeah.
They said a lot of people say it stinks.
Oh, it smells.
Yeah, like no joke.
Wait, did you keep your Thanos bust? Your 1.0?
No, I sold it. It's good.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I can't. For me, it was always hard to do anything Queen because of their way they skip around the scales, and nothing was ever consistent. And the way I collect just doesn't really flow with that. Like if I was to jump in on Queen, man, I'd probably jump in on Bust because that's what they bang out the most of. Like I think that's like the line you could safely say you could complete or close to complete. But because remember they had all the plans for those half scales that never. I mean, I get it if the shit doesn't in today's markets, shipping it. I understand all that, like, so you cancel it and everything. But there was a lot that was teased, rumored to be coming.
Yeah,
so,
but then that was before like the market went to complete shit.
Oh yeah,
you can't even sell.
That too. No, I wouldn't even if I was them. I wouldn't even try to sell a half scale right now. It's not even worth it.
Yeah, no, it's not even worth it's not worth the time, it's not worth the QC, it's not worth the shipping back and forth, and it's also not worth the people who bitch too much.
That too.
So
don't get me wrong, it does suck for the other ones because the quarter scale line they went a little further than they did the half scale line, obviously, but they're done with that now too. So for those who invested in that, like, I mean, I understand, like, it sucks, but it seems like they figured out what they're trying to do for Marvel now. Bust and 1/3. Hopefully the 1/3 stick. But like he said, man, it all just depends on the success of them, like these early ones on. So if you guys want that 1/3 Marvel line to succeed, you gotta buy the shit.
I mean, yeah, and then me personally, I'm oddly just very into the 1/6 in art stuff now. I really like. I don't know. I like it. Makes me happy. So
fuck. There was one other thing.
You completely got out of 1/6, right?
I'd say 90% out. I'm the only 1/6 stuff I get would just probably vehicle dependent.
Okay.
That type of thing. But most of 1/6, yeah, I'm not touching.
you had a thought. You were about to say something.
Yeah, man, I'm surprised no one brought it up. Not us in the chat, but I'm surprised no one was curious. Like, what confirmed, guaranteed vehicles from InArt can we expect?
Fuck, I didn't even remember that they were. I completely forgot that they were even doing any.
Yeah, I know Batpod from the Batman. I know that's supposed to be the first one, and but beyond that, I have no fucking idea.
Mm.
There is a 1/3
Joker.
Hulk. It was in the silhouette teaser for the. Oh, that's right. Sexy Lamb was completely right.
What?
There is a 1/3 Hulk coming. When they teased the Iron Man, they
Oh
teased
yeah,
that there
I
was the
remember.
silhouette. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
What was
Okay,
the
so
silhouette? It was Wanda, Thor, Iron Man, and Hulk,
Hulk.
or
I
was
think
there
that
a
was it.
Wasp in there? No,
Who?
Wasp was back in the one quarter. Never mind.
Who?
Wasp.
Oh, Wasp.
Yeah, but I think
don't
that
think-
was from the Hulkbuster silhouette picture from a long time ago. So
That's probably good they didn't make a Wasp.
yeah, I probably wouldn't have sold it well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Johnny says that they're gonna work on vehicles, but once they're better established. I mean, that's the thing. Their roadmap for the next 18 months is pretty
Set in stone.
packed,
Like
man.
they know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, it's pretty chalk packed. It's really kind of hard to deviate, you know, because you really put all the R. You've got sunk R&D costs. You've got sunk manufacturing costs. Yeah, I don't know.
I just still can't
pivoting
believe I
is
forgot about that image. The silhouette image. I completely spaced that.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while.
Whoever, but my point is, whoever was in that silhouette, that's probably a good guess of who the next four for pre-order this year, who
are
they're
going to be.
rolling with. Yeah, I mean, obviously plans can change, but I mean that's a pretty good bet. Whoever was in that silhouette is probably what you should expect.
Yeah. So, how are you, man? How's it been since you're coming back to the hobby?
I'm good, man. I'm not buying as much as I used to, like in terms of what I want
That's a good
for the
thing.
collection.
I'm not
It's still
either.
gonna be money fucking spent. You know what? I told you I bought the fucking $10,000 life size A2SO. Fucking bullshit.
Well, you finally found it, so that's good. You've been hunting for that for like 2 years.
Yeah, and like, you know, if I put someone on the case to find it, he finds it for a price I'm willing to pay. Like I can't. That's just one. If I turned him down, that would just be a waste of his time, my time, and who knows if I'd ever fucking find one again. So I was like, here, take the money. Let's make this shit happen.
Has it shipped yet?
No, not till after CNY.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, everything's closed right now.
Yeah.
You're gonna display it?
I do. I want to put it. You guys can't see. I want to put it there because that's where I would love to see it. But for YouTube's sake, I think it would be cool if I put it here.
Or you could just turn the camera around when you stream.
See, no, because then you'll see a lot of my house. Because this isn't a room. So right in front of me is the hallway. Right, it's an open.
Oh, okay. This is not a room.
So there's wall on this side, wall on this side. You know, wall there. It's literally this. It's like a niche inside the hallway, right? That's all it is. It's like a little office. That's all it is.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Go to your
So
house
that's
sometime.
why I wanted to put the K2 right on that wall where the wall connects with the hallway. So every time I walk past the hallway, you know, there the motherfucker is, and then every time I'm here at the desk, there the motherfucker is. But for YouTube's sake, it'd be pretty cool right here, man.
But is there space over there, or do you have a cabinet over there? Or you
Over
have
where?
something behind you? Because is there something?
Yeah, no, yeah, because I have. I'll just move this. I'll probably nowhere. Just throw it away.
Okay. So you get all. Yeah, I mean that would look pretty good because it's got K2SO, you've got Rancor, you got Salacious.
The room setup is desk. You know, wall behind me. There's a TV there. There's a 2-person couch on that wall, and then to the left of the wall there's a little desk. But I would remove that. You know, not a desk, but like a table, right? An end table.
End table.
I'd remove, thank you, end table. I'd remove that, put the K2 there, ideally. But for YouTube, like I said, this seems pretty nice spot.
Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that, man.
Yeah, me too.
Especially after how like you've been fucking hunting for that thing for what as long as I've
Yeah.
known you.
If it doesn't work out, like, for whatever reason, I'm not gonna try again.
Yeah, I can see
You know
that.
what I mean? Like if something happens where the guy changes his mind and doesn't want to sell it after all, even after I paid for it, if
It's
he
like, fuck it.
refund me for every reason, if it arrives and there's fucking so many issues with it, I'm fucking over
You're
it.
just like, fuck it. Let's just not
Yeah.
even deal with it anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I would. I wouldn't either, man.
So
It's been
hopefully
enough.
hopefully everything runs smoothly and there's no issues. But until that's actually here, without said issues, my hopes aren't gonna be. My excitement level isn't through the roof like it should be. When you buy
Yeah.
a life size statue, I'm more going through the. I hope everything fucking works out. But whatever.
Yeah,
Man.
I mean, unfortunately, that's the case with my 1/3 cat one on that pod. I think should be arriving soon. I sent an email last week saying, "Hey, is this here yet?" And the person I bought it
That's
from was
great.
like, "Well, yeah, it's gonna be hitting the warehouse pretty soon." So I I kind of half suspect I'm about to get hit with a um with a fucking invoice this week,
Hey
which is
man, but
fine.
I know that's been like number one on your pre-order list
Hmm.
for a long time. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna go right here. Already got the spot. I'm gonna move
because
these.
I
So
told you to put it there.
yep, that's where it's gonna go, man. And that part now like kind of works out. I've got Harley and Pattinson and J&D
Yeah,
Joker up there, and I kind
it'll
of
be
like it.
great.
I might get another moddy case for it, but for now, I think it's fine. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, I'm not really doing that many statues anymore. I'm not doing that
Yeah.
much in general. Um, Even in 1/6, I'm only gonna get like very selectively what certain things. Man, motherfucker, Bob got me into these custom shit. That's my problem. Keep looking at these like really high end 1/6 customs. I'm like, God damn it, that shit looks so good, but that shit's so fucking expensive. But
Thank you, bros.
whatevs. Yeah, but
Yeah, and that's kind of how I've been doing it. Like I'm not, like I told you, I'm not buying as much as I would have, like the old way I was collecting. The reason why is I'm trying to really eliminate the IPs, not the pieces, but like the franchises, the IPs themselves, like what I truly love versus something I like. Because
yeah,
the old me would buy shit from IPs I just liked as well. The new me, the way I want to do it now, more condensed. I gotta stick to just like shit I truly love.
you know what's funny? Me doing the same thing, and I found that like the only things that I don't sell are generally DC stuff. Pretty much everything else has been a revolving
Bro,
door.
DC gets a lot of love in this whether it's comic or movie, man. Like
No
whatever
movie. You know I
you
don't buy.
yeah.
You know I don't give a shit about comic
Oh no,
at
I
all.
just mean in general. DC in our hobby it's like the safest IP if you want to have everything. You know
I
what I
don't know. I
mean?
just like their stuff. Yeah,
Like but my point is you can expect your DC
people to
shit to
complete
happen.
stuff.
Yeah, you can to a certain extent, right? I mean, maybe
Yeah,
you might not get a Bane, but at the end of the day, you don't really need the Bane because you got
motherfucker. I want a Bane.
I know that.
I don't. I don't
I do
like the
too.
Prime one. I want like a nice Bane. I don't like the Prime one. It was overscaled, and also at this point old and shitty because the technology back then wasn't that great. And also, yeah. So I want a goddamn Bane.
No, Ledge, just Bayformers for me, bro. Just Bayformers for me. Oh shit, I almost forgot to ask Payne. Any luck
Uh,
on getting your Hulkbuster repaired or not?
so it's right here. I took the arms off because I don't want any more pressure. The crack hasn't changed, so that's good. But our buddy Steve McGill, he said he's gonna come by and help me with it. He knows a little bit more about this level of repair than I do. Um,
Makes
but
sense.
I'm thinking so the way the seam has split up, it's very tiny but still noticeable, but it'll only get worse over time. So we are thinking we might need to sort of build a small like box around the foot to contain it, and then bore like two holes on the side of the box and pump in two hair dryers and like heat it for a while. The only thing that I haven't quite figured out yet is the gap is like yay tiny, and when you heat it for an extended period of time, eventually what will happen is the resin will just soften and then gravity will just make it close. But you kind of need to hit it with Loctite to you want to put enough Loctite across the entire rim so that when gravity drops, it seals it. But the problem is I don't know, and Steve has a better understanding of it than I do, but what I haven't figured out is how do I, like, when do you put the glue? You know what I'm saying? If you put the glue too early and you haven't heated it enough, it's not falling and sandwiching. So anyway, he said he knows a little bit. He has a bunch of good ideas. So hopefully I get him in here in the next month or so, and we can work on it. I'm not looking forward to it because I expect it's going to be a fuck ton of work that I don't really want to do. He was also thinking maybe we need to sort of heat around the battery pack to release the glue and pull out the battery pack, and that way you have better access to inside the leg because it's hollow. Um, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But in the meantime, it's fine. But yeah, I really don't want to put the armors back until this whole situation is squared away, because the problem is you can't really ship it to get repaired. I mean, getting it back in the crate is one thing. What, you're gonna freight ship the fucking thing? Like, it doesn't make sense. This, if you have this problem, it has to be repaired at your house. So hopefully we'll figure something out, because I did buy the putty that was supposed to, that I thought I was gonna just squeeze this shit and fill it in and smooth it out, and then I wasn't gonna paint over it because I was like, fuck it, no one's ever gonna see it. It's in the back. But he was saying to me that, hey, don't do that yet, because if you do that, um, and you fuck it up somehow, it's going to be a lot harder to work with. So he said it's better if you leave it as it is. It's a clean line right now, and he said you have to hotbox the fucking thing and then seal it with a specific type of glue, which is some kind of urethane that Loctite is made out of. And so anyway, we're gonna work on it together. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but yeah, it's. I mean, I don't regret buying the statue. I still fucking love this thing, but this is just one of those, like, all right, now you own this. Now you have a problem, and now is your problem, and you actually have to go deal with it. So we'll see what happens. But for now, it's just standing there. Still looks good though. But meh. So yeah, I hope that everyone who in the collecting world, you never have to face a problem like that. But or if you have the Hulkbuster, I hope you don't have this problem. But it wasn't the weather. It was probably where the battery pack is connected in the leg that probably causes stress fracture over time, just from manufacturing, and it wasn't something that you could see it being a problem when you made it. You know what I'm saying? Just one of those shit happens kind of thing. But also, nobody's fucking made a 1/4 Hulkbuster before, so there's no like legacy data that you can go, oh yeah, we made this before and this will happen over time. No, this is the first fucking time. So what are you gonna do? But I'm looking forward to the fucking bad pot, man. I've been waiting for that thing for so long. I'm looking forward to that fucking thing.
Seems like 3 years.
It's at this point it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point it's been 3 years, but
That's
it's
wild
okay
too. Yeah.
I mean, I've done pretty good. Like, most of my orders have mostly come in. I don't really have. I have the bat pot, and then I have a couple of J&Ds, but I don't really have that many POs left to come in. Almost everything is kind of in and sold, and things that I'm
You
keeping.
canceled a lot too, didn't you?
I canceled a fair amount. Not
Yeah. Me. Oh,
yeah.
I did. Well, when I left, I did. I should say.
Yeah. And then this last week, I've actually sold stuff that I
Uh-huh.
wasn't really thinking about, and so more stuff is gone now that I think I'm in a pretty good place where the boxes are not overrunning my life anymore. I'm keeping only the things that I really truly love and want, and I'm not really buying anything else. So I think the balance that I've been trying to reach is it's close to there. And then moving forward, I can just very selectively pick and choose if I want something or not. And more than likely, if something's coming in, I'll probably get something out. But in terms of like statue space, I'm like kind of done. Like I have enough space for just a few things left that are coming in or on my list of things that I want. And if a PO, like if a Wanda PO comes up, I will get it. But it never comes up, then I don't give a shit. So
Well, if it looks like it, right?
yeah, that's the other thing. So, um, but then yeah, man, what else? So you've got K2SO, and then what else you got coming? Or you're pretty
I
much
got a Chewy bus that should be coming in the next couple months.
Vigo Robot.
Yeah, Regal Robot. I have a custom Star Wars diorama that should be here this month, February. It's on a
What is
boat.
it?
That Luke and Leia diorama from the original movie poster.
Oh, I didn't know you got that.
Yeah. So that's on its way. That's about it. That
I
should be
thought
coming
you
soon.
were. I thought you were like completely. When did you order that? I thought you were completely done with 1/4 Star Wars.
I ordered that when I came back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude was selling his pre-order. I was like, fuck it, I'll take it.
Nice. Okay, that should be pretty cool.
If our buddy Mike sells his 1/3, DMD mall, I told him I'll buy it off of him.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I got the JND Joker in this last week, so that was nice.
It's a
'Cause
nice piece. I love mine.
Yeah. It's fucking great. Great.
Do you see? Man, I saw. I think DMD posted today his Ahsoka that's coming.
I was like, God damn it!
I
might
know. I was tempted. I was like, God damn it!
We'll see more this month, man. We'll see the official.
Yeah.
The official.
I mean,
how it
if he
looks.
puts like a if he puts an Ariana or a Rosario head sculpt in there, that would probably sell. So, oh, my boy's on the phone. But okay, well, all right, everyone. Let's talk some shop. We're at 30 people. Hey guys, if you haven't already, please sub to our boy Jason's channel if you haven't already. Because I guess I told him to call Google to get the old channel reinstated, and I guess that didn't go right, or he couldn't get through or something. So we're back to let's try and build this one up. So that's why that's why we did the John interview on this channel instead of mine. So if you've not already subscribed, please subscribe to our boy. And yeah. So, but anything else in the chat that you guys want to shoot the shit about, or if not, you see, I can't even end the show because I don't have the button. So I can't even really like end the show. So if anybody wants to talk about anything, let's do that. And I can't even share too. I mean, if I want to share something, I don't think I can. So actually, no, maybe I do want to share something. Maybe I'll try that because I personally think this thing is fucking hilarious. Um, yeah, I like the DMD Mall 1/3, man. It's definitely a cool piece. Myself, and then that and I know PCS has been teasing species this week, right? But I am hoping that Celine comes up soon because I want a Celine. And then Noah, you were asking if I still have the half scale Ray. So surprisingly, half scale Ray, this is actually really funny. half scale rate. So we're going to talk a little bit about like manifesting an intention, right? Really odd. Half scale ray. It was going to be always going to be a one off for me, but then like last week or so, I was like, I think I want to kind of get rid of it. And the reason I was going to get rid of it is because the box is just too damn big. I'm like, if I get rid of this box, I have box space for two other things. So I've just been thinking about getting rid of it. And then fucking last night, somebody wanted it, and I shipped it out this morning. It was very random. Was not expecting was not expecting that to happen. So half scale ray is actually gone as of this morning. So, but I don't mind it because not having half scale ray means I now have room for Celine, which I'm very excited about. Um, all right, I am going to share something. Okay, yeah, whatever. Share entire screen. Click that and share. Wait. Anybody want a bat fleck? Because here's the thing. I know this is funny as hell. I I I love that it's funny as hell, but they did nail the likeness to Ben though. Isn't that insane? And also, why is his underwear leather? And then how is the bat symbol sticking to his chest? I mean, I mean, these are questions that are kind of important that I think the world needs to know. I mean, but they did nail the sculpt, so that's pretty dope. They nailed the bike too, and then this thing cracks me up, man. I love it. I would actually buy this. I seriously would. I would just fucking buy this just to keep in the house, just to just yeah. I would buy this just to piss other collectors off too, because some people get so uptight about this shit. Oh my god, they. I'm sorry, this just makes me way too happy. Um, MCAS is like, all right, enough YouTube for the night. Oh my god. So all right, I'll stop sharing. You guys are no fun. But yeah, that sill from Species that looks very nice. I do like that piece quite a lot. Noah's like, I'll put this next to the XM White Knight. I agree, man. That would be fucking hilarious. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to Celine 1/6 and the 1/3. So the man, yeah. So I hope you guys are doing well. Um, Jason, you're on the phone. I think we can end this because I have. Hang on. You messaging me? Yeah, go ahead and end it because I don't have the button. Because you're still on the phone. You gonna say anything before you go? No, he's not on the phone. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for checking out everything. Our boy's on the phone. It's up to him. We appreciate you. We appreciate you watching us again. So yeah, this has been fun. And all right, guys. Peace.